Welcome seekers, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky and today's video is another pick a card tarot reading. The title is Who is Your Soulmate? Now I'm going to provide you with detailed information about them, including what they're currently going through, their feelings right now. Alright, and also before we get started, I want to remind you seekers to sign up to my Patreon. My dream is to be able to bring the magical message of spirit to others using the transformative power of the tarot. The best way you seekers can help me do that is by signing up to my Patreon. You will also unlock many benefits like exclusive weekly pick-a-card videos released every Saturday, any future behind-the-scenes footage, and also have a chance to be entered into the monthly raffle for a free private reading with me. Thank you for your love and support, my beautiful future patrons. The link is going to be in the description below. All right, so in front of you, seekers, you have three groups. You have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Take a moment to select the group that calls to you the most, the stone that calls to you the most. I'm going to leave the timestamps in the description below. Welcome group number 1 to today's reading. This is your pick a card tarot reading. Who is your soulmate? Now, before we get started, I want to remind you seekers to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. For more pick-a-card videos like this, give the video a like as well. Thank you. Now, in front of you seekers, you have a card from the Archeo, Understanding and Developing Your Archetypes. So what we're going to try and do with this card is try and figure out the archetype that your future spouse or your soulmate resonates with the most, right? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what that is. Wow, you've got the Shadow Diver. Ooh, the Shadow Diver is a very powerful archetype. The Shadow Diver essentially is this magnificent person who's able to go through the depths of the psyche and essentially identify the shadows. This is someone who's able to unearth these buried scars, forsaken longings and damaged dreams. So these are things that you've put to rest. These are things that need attending or mending to, but you just kind of forget about them. This is the master of finding those things. It's interesting. So this person essentially is like a hunter therapist with a nose for those bitter pills. Those traumas that cling limpet-like to the walls of your psyche. So your soulmate essentially is a miner and an archaeologist whose agenda is to retrieve and bring to light these shadows. Interesting. I feel like the person that you are your soulmate, I feel this person is just very good at finding the hidden shadows and people, the darkness, helping them kind of work through it. I'm getting like this kind of like psychologist kind of vibe. But ultimately this is someone who you can count on, who you can talk to, who you can learn from. This is a person that really listens to you and tries to understand what you're going through and helps you figure it out. Brings that darkness to the forefront, talks about it, and then tries to find a solution to that shadow. So ultimately I feel like potentially the reason why they're resonating so much with this Shadow Diver is because that is the archetype that they are currently really under. They're trying to maybe build themselves up. They're trying to get through some kind of pain from the past, from their childhood. They're definitely, I feel, doing some shadow work here. That's why this is the archetype that just is representing them at this moment. It's because this person is essentially trying to heal the wounds of their past. So let's go ahead and throw some tarot and try and get a deeper meaning to this. We're going to use the Star Tarot. As you seekers know, I love the Star Tarot, so that's what we're going to use for this. I was going to use the Heaven and Earth. I don't know if you seekers would like to see that. If you'd like to see me change, the tarot deck, let me know in the comment section. But let's take a look and see who is this soulmate of yours. Who are they right now? Who is this person? Who is this person? My, oh my. Okay, so we've got, we've got some very powerful cards here that really paint a picture of this shadow diver. Pretty heavily. So, okay, what I am seeing with this person is, number one, they had a very difficult childhood. Okay, your soulmate had a very tough childhood. They were mistreated. They weren't given, essentially, I think, any attention at all. The fact that we've got this Queen of Wands energy here, I feel it's in a past position. This is that kind of oppressive kind of mother, the mother that lies to her child that the world is a terrible place and there's a lot to fear, just to kind of keep the child from really growing up. So, I feel like maybe that's kind of the person that raised them. And so with that comes a lot of trauma, because essentially what you have with an overbearing mother is a mother that puts and injects fear into her child, and does it from a place of desperation because they don't want to be alone. They don't want the child to leave their protection. And so in essence, what they're doing is they're killing them so that they can live. And so it's a very kind of chaotic way of being and existing. And I feel that they were raised by that. And then we have this other person here, this Princess of Pentacles reversed. This could be a sister of theirs, but it could also be maybe a past girlfriend. I feel honestly that this Princess of Pentacles was raised by this Queen of Wands. And so this princess, this young girl here, she is essentially the same kind of person, but she's not as oppressive and she's not as chaotic as the mother. She's more of someone who doesn't give good advice, doesn't encourage you, and instead maybe just kind of puts you down, doesn't really care if you do well. So just a bad kind of person to be around. So, I'm kind of getting a picture of the people that raised this person. These are the people that were involved in their life. Obviously, it doesn't have to be an overbearing mother, doesn't have to be a sister that didn't care. It could really be just women in this person's life that unfortunately did not provide what they needed at a very early age, when they mostly needed that attention and that care. And so that's kind of molded them. This is why they're in this shadow diver mode. They're spiraling. They're trying to find all of the fear. They're trying to find all of the darkness. I'm kind of getting a very strong hermit-like energy, someone who's taking a candle, or taking some kind of light and shining it in the darkest areas of the abyss of their psyche, and trying to really find what is impaling them and what is hurting them and what is stopping them from moving forward and being successful just in life in general. And so what we have here with the Five of Cups is more information on where they're at right now. Not right now, actually, I'm sorry. This is more of the past. Right now, actually, we've got some pretty nice cards, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, right now we're going to talk about the Five of Cups. But what I'm seeing here in the past, and what I'm seeing that they had to overcome, is they've had to make sense of the trauma of the past. And they've had to try and integrate it into the present, because they don't want to be this kind of person that is fearful. They want to kind of just shed that skin and move towards something new. So they've gone through a process of transformation. They've gone through a process of change so that they can just better themselves. That's why we've got this Five of Pentacles reversed, which signals better days for this person ahead, right? We've got these cups that are fallen. This is a representation of the past pain, past hurts. They're kind of looking at this and lamenting, why would this happen? How can this happen? This should not happen to anyone. And so they're kind of, seeing those cups spill. There's rain in the background. There's thunderstorms. You can tell that it's been a very difficult journey down that spiraling, staircase, trying to find all of the shadows. The journey has been pretty tough. They've been able to find them. They've been able to vanquish them. And now there's a new day. There's a new day rising, right? You've got the sun here rising from those horrific clouds and thunderstorms. You've got these two new cups here that are much bigger, more beautiful, signaling better experiences ahead. You've got butterfly symbolism, the ultimate sign of manifestation, the ultimate sign of being able to transform from something mundane into something truly glorious for the world to behold. And so they've gone through that process, they've gone through that pain. Now they're in a completely different space. So it brings us to their current thoughts and feelings. This is truly inviting because we've got the Nine of Cups and we've got the three, a major arcana number 3, the Empress. And so these are beautiful cards, beautiful cards. They've done the work that's necessary to get through that pain. And now they can kind of almost enjoy themselves, you know. They're fruitful. It's almost like if they removed the thorn that was in their foot, you know, it's almost like if they were kind of walking, right, with a thorn, or if they had a rock in their shoe and it just kept on, you know, hurting them every time they walked. Well, they were able to remove that rock, that pebble from their shoe, and now they're able to walk, and it feels so much better. So, you know, they have a new outlook in life. You know, they're transitioning into something more fruitful, better, definitely much better endeavors moving forward. So what you have here with the Empress is life. And not only life, but fruits. You know, you've got here a beautiful field in the background. You've got the fruit trees all around. You've got a star symbolism, just signaling a time of change and a time of guidance from spirit, guidance from above. And all of the life around them is just a representation of their family, a representation of the people that they choose to call family that are around them. It's a representation of their ability to forgive, their ability to move on, their ability to just see the beauty in life and be able to really manifest greatness for themselves. So there's a whole new outlook, and it's very prosperous, and it's leading them to this road of prosperity and beauty and serenity. So they're kind of just, you know, they're getting everything ready for something, right? It's like vibrationally, they're vibrating pretty loudly right now, and it's all in a very good space. Now, the second card of where they're at right now, thoughts and feelings, just to continue on with the good news, we've got the Nine of Cups upright, okay? And so this Nine of Cups, you know, it's a woman that is in her home. She's adorning her walls with these beautiful cups. It's a signal of just how happy she is, just how content she is with her lot, with what she's achieved, with how far she's come. And you know, we've got a symbol of spirit up there with the white dove, as well as the heart. You know, so there's definitely a symbol of just being in balance with the energies of spirit. If spirit guides being happy with just how far this person has come. You know, there's definitely a lot of work that has been done. All right, and this person, your soulmate, has come out on top in a big way, which is, you know, the only way that you can get past all of that pain is to try and bring to the forefront this archetype, right? The archetypes come in when we mostly need them as almost this warrior-like spirit to really address a problem or a situation. And so this person needed that shadow diver. They really needed that archetype, and that archetype came in really strongly and helped them through this problem. And now they stand to just benefit from it. They are benefiting from it. So beautiful. More butterfly symbolism here, right? Transitioning from the butterflies in the Five of Cups. Now we see even more butterflies coming out of lotus flowers. You know, lotus flowers are a symbolism of also growing from something mundane. Lotus flowers grow in a swamp, right? Disgusting swamp. But they grow into the most beautiful flowers. They blossom into one of the most beautiful flowers in the world. And so that is truly something. It's something to be said. They have vanquished the darkness within, and now they're ready for the light. Truly magnificent. All right. So now that we've thrown some tarot, I want to throw some oracle cards, and I want to try and see if the oracle cards can paint us a picture potentially of how the relationship with you is going to be, right? Like, you know, I know that this is a who is your soulmate We're going to try and get information on who they are and also what the relationship is going to look like with you. So let me go ahead and shuffle. We're going to throw a card from the Animal Love Oracle cards. This is a new Oracle deck, just came out. All right, so let's see. We've got Rabbit. Oh my. Rabbit Spirit. All right, so this is talking about what your relationship with this person is going to be like. All right, so for some of you, and I think for all of you, it's going to be very lucky. All right, this is going to be a very lucky relationship with this soulmate of yours. So you guys are going to experience an incredible amount of luck, prosperity. For those of you that are hoping and wanting children, right, you've got there a very nice keyword, fertility. So this is going to be a very fertile relationship with this person. And then you've got here a simple diet. And so what I think that simple diet keyword is telling you is that there's definitely going to be moderation when it comes to eating, when it comes to exercise, working out, actually staying fit. That's going to be a big priority for some of you. For others, it can be just be talking about a very simple life. It's not a very complicating life. I think I see some of you just kind of moving someplace where there's not a lot of traffic, there's not a lot of people. And so there's a simplicity that's going to come out of that. Now, obviously, this reading is for a lot of people, so take what resonates, leave the rest. This is going to look different for a lot of people, but what I do feel is that the key word there is lucky, right? So whatever you deem is best for you, it's definitely going to be present in this relationship. All right, so let's go ahead and try and get more understanding of who this person is. Let's throw a Sacred Forest Oracle card. Let's see what the Sacred Forest can tell us about this person. Power, my, and we've got dragon symbolism here. All right, I like this. So we've got power, dragon. Okay, this is a pretty strong card. Okay, and the reason why it is because what I asked was, okay, so who is this person at their core, right? And we've got a very powerful card here. So essentially what this card is telling you is that your soulmate is someone who is extremely fruitful. There is a power and authority that comes with this person. So, this is the kind of person that takes care of their family, knows what's best. This is the kind of person that doesn't quit at anything. This is the kind of person that really kind of knocks that door down. Whenever there are obstacles that are in their way, they find a way to overcome them. This is the kind of person that if there's danger, they take action. They don't let people just stand by. They don't stand by while people get hurt. This is the kind of person that mobilizes, gets things done. There is power with this person. So, I want a little more about their personality, and boy, oh boy, did we get a pretty powerful oracle card here, right? So, the fact that there's also number 11, anytime I look at number 11, I'm just reminiscent of the number 11 major arcana, which is justice. And it's a symbol of doing the right thing. And so I feel like this person is just the kind of individual that would do the right thing whenever they are confronted with darkness, right? Sometimes taking the easy route is much more comfortable. I don't think that this person takes the comfortable route. I think this person takes the uncomfortable route because they know that there's going to be more growth there. They know that there's going to be lessons to be learned. And that's how they're successful. That's how they've been able to be successful up until this point. That's how they removed all of these shadows from their psyche, and they were able to reach right now this place of just glory, right? Came from that power that's inside of them. Now, since we got some dragon symbolism, I'm gonna have some fun with it, and I'm gonna throw a dragon oracle card. All right, so this is from the Star Dragon Oracle. So let's see what dragon is closely associated with your soulmate, shall we? Let's take a look. You have got number 11, invention. Okay, so that is hilarious. We just did a whole I did a whole spiel on 11, and now we've got another 11. That's actually kind of powerful right there. That means that means, you know what that means? That means that this reading is on point, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so what we have here is invention. All right, burning with passion, and what you have essentially is a dragon that is willing to take anything down. Right, this is a very powerful dragon, possibly the most powerful in this entire deck. So this person, again, you know, just to reiterate, right, 1111, we've got the exact same message. This person will not allow anything to get in their way. This person is an achiever, so definitely someone who's going to be very good in their career. Think of someone who potentially is an entrepreneur, someone who enjoys new projects, someone who enjoys new things. Think of a venture or a serial entrepreneur who just starts new businesses, right? Think of someone that's involved in the financial markets, you know, so very individual. This person believes in just making money for themselves is what I feel. And so the fact that, you know, they're being represented by this card, invention, right? Invention, newness, you know, they invent, right? The person that goes to work 9 to 5 every day, there's very little invention there. Right, you're kind of clocking in. You're expected to make a certain amount, but with people that actually have to be very inventive, are the people that have to build up their own schedule. They have to wake up. They have to go out into the world and make money some way, somehow, without the security of a 9 to 5 job. Right, those are the most inventive people out there. So I feel that this person just resonates so well with entrepreneurship. So that might be, you know, their career of choice. That might be something that they are really drawn to. Entrepreneurship ventures and new entrepreneurship ventures, a serial entrepreneur. All right, so let's go ahead and keep these oracle cards coming. Let's see. I'm going to throw a Lover's Oracle card. Curious to see what the Lover's Oracle card is going to show us. Let's take a look. All right, so this is the image tied to your Lover's Oracle, and the message is life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Wow. You know, group number 1, I feel that your soulmate wanted to give you a little message, all right? So perhaps potentially this is something that they're psychically picking up on when it comes to you, you know, and they wanted to deliver this message to you here. This is maybe something that's going to just, you know, speak to you personally, right? So very interesting. You know, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. So we see in this reading just how much their life has shifted, just how much they've gone through this energy of transformation, this energy of change, and just how, in some ways, just how difficult it's been for them to really get it together. You know, they've had to try very hard, they've had to work very hard at it, but they stand victorious at this moment. They definitely stand victorious, and so they want you to be victorious. And perhaps, you know, for those that are watching this reading and are having trouble just going with the flow, not having fear. A lot of us have fear of not finding love, the fear of not finding the one. So once you release that fear, once you let go of it, things will start flowing. That's what going with the flow of life is. You know, waking up in the morning and instead of being overwhelmed by your fears and having that constant reminder of time running out, that you have that feeling of time is working for me no matter what, right? So very important for you to adapt this kind of attitude. I feel that your soulmate is really trying to give you that message very strongly. All right, so let's go ahead and throw another oracle. Let's see, we're going to throw the Goddess of Love Oracle, just one. Let's see what message we get from the Goddess of Love Oracle. From them. Dedication. Look at this. All right, so a little bit more about them. You know, they're very dedicated people. Dedication. Your challenge will reap rewards. So just another confirmation here, right? That they are dedicated people. They care about just doing good in life. They care about assisting others. You know, you have a very strong kind of imagery here of the goddess just really loving that beautiful deer, right? So there's a sense of true love, right? So, you know, don't this person is the kind of person that doesn't see their challenges as a problem. You know, they see them as this opportunity for growth, opportunity for change, opportunity for prosperity. They see opportunity everywhere, right? And this is a very opportunistic kind of person, kind of energy. So, all right, that is what I see here, group number 1. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to support me on Patreon. You know, again, you know, you will unlock many benefits like exclusive weekly pick a card videos released every Saturday. Also, you'll have access to any future behind the scenes footage and be entered into a monthly raffle for the opportunity of winning a free private reading with me. So don't forget to visit that Patreon, sign up. The link is going to be in the description below. Thank you for your love and support, my beautiful Patreons. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2. Welcome to today's reading. So, today's reading, we're going to talk about your soulmate. Who is your soulmate? So I hope you enjoy this pick a card tarot reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and give the video a like as well. All right. So in front of you, seekers, you have a card from the Archeo, understanding and developing your archetype. So we're going to try and see what archetype is most prevalent with the person, you know, with the person that you are essentially going to potentially marry, you know, your soulmate. So let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, my, you've got the warrior archetype. So your soulmate is in every way a fearless defender and a champion. You know, that's what the warrior is. This person will protect you against those wishing you malice. This person is courageous. This is your right arm. They will not let you down. When he stands before you, you know, you can be confident that no one will bully or intimidate you. This person has the strength of a polar bear, the speed of a cheetah, and the reflexes of a cobra. The flesh is impenetrable, and his blade is razor sharp, right? So this is definitely the spirit that is undying, unyielding, uncompromising. This person does not believe in seeking out trouble or seeking out issues or seeking out conflict, but they are ready and prepared whenever conflict comes. This is the warrior that stands strong and says, I will be victorious no matter what. So this is, you know, very, very powerful card. I love it. Let's go ahead and put some tarot around this warrior of yours and try to get a better understanding of, you know, maybe what they're currently going through, a little more about their past, who they are, and then maybe we can talk a little bit about the relationship and how that's going to look like, right? So we're going to use the Star Tarot. As you guys know, as you seekers know, I love the Star Tarot for readings. All right, so let's take a look at them and who they are. All right. So, interesting cards here. So the reading starts with the Eight of Pentacles, and you know, when I drew that card, essentially it was to represent where they come from, like their past. You know, it could be their past experiences, what was in their past. And so what I feel is that, you know, this person has had to be a warrior for a very long time. The reason why is because the Eight of Pentacles really talks about, you know, gaining understanding, gaining knowledge in order for you to be able to apply that knowledge in the here and now, in the future. So this person never had really a mentor, right? This person never really had someone to help them, potentially had a missing father in their lives, or just a father and mother who really just worked too much, weren't around all that much, so they had to maybe raise themselves. But this warrior comes out in times of great distress, in times of some potential chaos. The warrior comes out to shield against it, fight against it, vanquish it, and make sure that you can't be beat, or you can't be overtaken by this darkness. So I feel that your soulmate is someone who had to really rely on this warrior archetype a lot, because they've had to raise themselves. They didn't have a lot of guidance. I don't think they had someone who they can say, if something goes wrong, I'm calling them, I'm counting on them, they're going to help me. This person was just a lot of the times they were just really on their own. And the second card that came out was the Prince of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful energy with the Prince of Wands, especially with this illustration. I asked who this person's personality wise, like how are they, right? And we got the Prince of Wands. And so when I look at this person and we try to see the personalities of the Prince of Wands, what you see is a very magnetic kind of energy. This is the kind of person that walks into a room and people notice, people see them, they shine. This is a person that people look towards. They look at their art. This person is very artistic in some ways, but it's not the kind of art, where you draw or paint something beautiful and you put it up on the wall and no. They are the art, the words that they choose to express, the actions, the way that they carry themselves. It's very artistic, right? So people take note of that. They're drawn to that energy. They're drawn to that magnetism that they have. And so I feel like this person is just, they could be a public figure. They could definitely be someone who is successful to the point where they gain recognition. People want to be associated with this person. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get contracts, if people reach out for projects or collaboration. So I feel like with this person, it's like whatever comes their way, they're ready and able. That this archetype warrior prepares them for anything, right? So if there's something that might be a bit scary, a big project coming that no one knows, it's like, how are we going to do this, right? This person will find a way. They will push through it. They will be successful. They will not cower under the pressure of whatever project or whatever opportunity is presented to them. They are going to excel. They're going to move forward. And it's going to be a steady, steady, steady push into greatness, into prosperity. So when I look at the energies that they're currently going through right now, thoughts, feelings, just overall energies that they are experiencing at this moment. You've got the Four of Pentacles upright, the Strength card reversed, and the Two of Wands reversed. So, these cards are talking about the process of building an identity, the process of building a career, the process of building and planning for greater and better things. Also, there have been some struggles, there have been some challenges. So, I see this warrior right now in a battlefield of hundreds of other warriors. And so they're having to compete, they're having to fight, they're a little bruised up, but at the same time, they have the power, they have the dynamism, they have the ability to move forward effectively. It's just a matter of time before this person is able to burst through, get to the other side of that war, and call victory. But they're currently in that struggle, they're currently in that friction, they're currently in that process. They're pushing other warriors back, they're stabbing wildly, trying to get ahead, they're trying to get an edge on the battlefield. And so that's the process that they're going through, right? So you've got the Strength card, which essentially kind of talks about that in this illustration. You've got a person here, a woman, who has a snake by the head. It's like, that's one of the scariest things that you can do, right? She's in a dark forest, right? Visibility's probably bad. She's got this snake that she's found. She's not going to let that snake bite her. So this Strength card is in every way representative of that warrior spirit, right? Moving forward, not being scared. The fact that it's reversed tells me that they're still kind of working on this, right? They're still trying to bring that lion, as you can see here, that lion that stands by her side, ready to pounce on any suspecting prey that comes, their way. That is another symbolism of the warrior spirit. And so, unfortunately, they're still battling. This person is still trying to get ahead. So they're building up that identity. They're building themselves up. They're building their career. They're building up their finances, right? So that's the process. And so when I say planning, when I say potentially looking forward and really just making sure that the battlefield is mapped correctly, we have here the Two of Wands. So this is the card of planning, right? This is the card of mapping out where you're going to go. So that's what I mean when I say that they're mapping out the battlefield. So the fact that it's reversed tells me that there's been some setbacks currently. Maybe they've had some defeats. They've had to maybe retreat a few times, but that retreat will only lasts, for very little, and then they're right back at it. So they're very much in a war of many battles. Some battles are won, some battles are lost, but the war in the totality of things is still being fought, and that's a war for their finances, a war for their career, a war for their family. They're very much trying to build that structure. So Four of Pentacles talks about building a foundation under you, a foundation that can withstand the test of time, a foundation that you can essentially build more structures on top of and will not crumble under any kind of pressure. So they're definitely building themselves up. They're building their lives up. They're just going through the process, right? Getting it done. All right. So let's go ahead and throw some oracle cards. I'm interested to see what the oracle cards kind of tell us. Now that we've kind of talked about where they're at right now, let's just go ahead and try and see if we can get information on how the relationship is going to be like, right? And we're going to throw one of the newer cards that I just bought, the Animal Love Oracle deck. Let's go ahead and see how this relationship is going to be like. What are the key words? That is the animal spirit, right? Of this relationship. Oh, wow. You've got the unicorn. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You've got unicorn spirit and magic here. Innocent, mysterious, rewriting inner programming. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. So, this is a very powerful card. It's a very powerful oracle card to get because it's talking about essentially a relationship that is very transformative. Sometimes we get into a relationship with someone and it does not go anywhere, right? It's like, it feels like you're kind of going backwards, and every step forward is just, it takes years. It takes so much energy. This is not that kind of relationship. This is not that kind of soulmate connection. This is the kind of soulmate connection that is very explosive. There's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of decision making. I feel that there's going to be talking. There's going to be, for some reason, when I look at this card, I'm getting a strong sense that you really just kind of identify with that warrior spirit as well, which would make sense. I mean, this is your soulmate. So potentially there is a psychic connection between the two of you. And so maybe you two are under this kind of warrior-like energy right now, this warrior-like archetype right now. Because when two warriors come together and they join the battlefield together, there's nothing stopping them, right? Two of these berserker kind of warriors that can just essentially rewrite history, they're going to be able to come out on top. So I feel like maybe, this relationship is going to offer a lot of opportunity for growth, expansion, success. There's going to be a lot of success stories. The fact that we've got also innocence is a beautiful indicator that you're never going to allow the ego to overcome you. You're never going to think that you're greater than. You're never going to exalt yourself so high up that you forget, of other people, and you forget who you are and lose yourselves, right? There's always going to be a grounding kind of energy. The unicorn is also a symbolism of spirit. It's the most precious side of spirit. And so it's a representation of spirit is around, spirit is here. And so spirit is going to be in your relationship. Spirit is going to be involved. I feel that you both are going to achieve something. There's definitely a project that you both are going to be working on, that you're both going to just bring forth. I feel that this person just adds to your skill set so beautifully. You have skills that they don't have. They have skills that you don't have. What you can bring to them is so much beneficial for them, and what they can bring to you is so much beneficial for you. And so when you combine these two energies together, you and them, all what you get is explosiveness. You can't. There's no other word for it. It's explosive. Because that's how much magic is going to be available to you both. So this is beautiful. And rewriting, just to kind of talk about this, rewriting inner programming is also a symbol of potentially moving away from fears, moving away from the fear of loneliness, moving away from the fear of, not finding love, moving away from the fear of being alone, really. So there's a rewriting that's going to take place for you, for them. There's a rewriting that's going to take place. I feel like maybe this person might want to do this on their own. I'm getting this sense of, I can do it on my own. I can do anything on my own. So I'm getting the feeling that once they see you, once they understand just how powerful you are and just how good of a team you two make, that's going to take place in that rewriting of that inner programming. They're just going to see the value in that partnership. And there's just so much change, right? It's so much to talk about because there's a lot of change. The fact that you've got here the keyword mysterious, I think is talking about the energy that you're both going to kind of project to the world. Very mysterious kind of energy. I don't think people are going to understand the dynamics of what you do career-wise, the dynamics of what you are. You're both going to seem very, very mysterious to the world. Like you're the people that no one understands. You're the people that everyone is like, what in the world was that, right? But not even in a bad way, just in a we're not at that level kind of way. I can't resonate with you, like we can't vibe together. I have no idea what you're talking about, sometimes I sit down and I talk to people about archetypes and they're like, what the heck are you even, who the heck are you, man? So some people just don't have certain desires to learn about something, right? And so if you are potentially a spiritualist or a witch, and some people just don't understand it. So there's a lot of mystery with you two and what you're both going to do and what you're going to bring and what you're going to create, etc. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some more oracle cards. Let's see what the Sacred Forest Oracle has to say about this person. Now that we got a little glimpse into the relationship, let's see a little bit into this person. More information about your soulmate, right? Manifesting dreams. Yes, all right. And you've got number 46, that breaks down to 10 completions, cycles, reaching an end. So water spirit, manifesting dreams, and you have got one of my favorite animals in the animal kingdom. You have got just the most joyful, the most playful. You've got the otter right here. So there's definitely this sense of having fun with this person. I think that this person is going to enjoy the relationship a lot. This is the kind of person that enjoys things, enjoys events, enjoys doing newer, greater things, right? Manifesting, moving forward, just bringing forth an energy of success, turning chaos into order, right? That's kind of their thing. And you're going to find an appetite for that. You're going to find a liking towards that. And you might also have the energy to want to do it in your own projects and your own wants and desires. And you're going to influence them and they're going to influence you. This is a beautiful relationship, okay? I'm not going to lie. Like, I really do enjoy and I really like this reading because it's talking about a very powerful relationship of understanding. Now we've got the otter spirit, fun, joy, manifesting dreams, right? So we all have these powerful, dynamic, wonderful dreams. Some of us don't follow them. Most of us just, unfortunately, we end up quitting There was something that a great philosopher said once, that the cemetery is the richest place on the earth, because it's the place where great ideas go to die, great dreams go to die. And so that's not going to be the story that you and this soulmate are going to leave behind. This is a story of success. This is a story of manifestation, manifesting dreams, going after what you want and obtaining it in a very beautiful kind of way, while having fun, which is the best, right? A lot of people, they accomplish their dreams, they reach prosperity, they reach they just reach the pinnacle of success, but they never did it with this energy of excitement and fun and joy. So it just, they never really enjoyed it. This relationship is going to enjoy it. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some more cards. We're going to throw now a Lover's Oracle. Why not? Let's throw a Lover's Oracle and see what we get. Why not? All right, so let's see. All right, so this is the artwork associated with your Oracle card. Here we go. And the message is, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life. They can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. That is hilarious. That is such a warrior thing to say, right? Such a warrior thing to say. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Just beautiful. So, this person is trying to talk to you, group number 2. They are sending you a message, right? They're sending you a little note. And so I feel that there is a psychic connection. I feel that definitely there is this tug and pull between you two. You're kind of, in some ways, attracting each other. And what I'm seeing here with this card is they see something in you that potentially is hindering you, or bringing you sadness, or keeping you in a place of just unsuccessfulness, right? Or maybe this energy of just feeling down or depressed. So it's really emotions, right? Emotions are heightened right now. So they want to remind you this very important message about emotions and how it can distort perception and cloud your vision. So, they want you to see clearly what's in front of you, right? So let go of resentment. If you feel any kind of pain, or if you feel hurt, if you feel unappreciated, if you feel like people aren't giving you the attention that you wish that they would, if you feel like things just aren't moving in the direction that you would want, and you have grown resentful, let go of that, right? It's not going to serve you. It's not going to help you. It's not going to assist you. It will, in some ways, impair you. It is going to take away a little bit of that magic that you have. It's going to take away that energy of just success that you've got, that you're kind of vibrating in right now. So don't lower your vibration, right? Don't allow resentment to come in. Forgive, forget, and give time. Flow with the energies that are all around you. That's the message from your person, your soulmate. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to throw one more card. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to throw 2 cards. So let's go ahead and throw a Lover's Oracle, the Goddess of Love Oracle card. Let's see what we get here. Dedication. Your challenge will reap rewards. Oh, wow. So this person is still sending you information. I feel that this is another message from them to you, right? Your challenges will reap rewards. A little message for you. So a little more expansion. So dedication. Be dedicated to your craft. Whoever's watching this, your soulmate is now psychically trying to communicate something to you. Your challenges will reap rewards. So just, stay with it. Stay with it. Don't feel like don't feel like things are getting bad. All right. Because things are actually getting much better. Your challenges will reap rewards. So let's go ahead and close this reading off with one more Oracle card, I'm going to throw a Star Dragon. This is, I think this is one of my newer favorite decks that just came out. I love dragons, and this deck is truly amazing. It came out like a day ago, 2 days ago actually. Let's see. Wisdom, asking questions. All right. So, you know, I didn't actually ask a question when I threw this card. So I just wanted for Spirit to just give me the answer, right? So that's funny. And we've got here ask a question, asking questions. So I feel like this is definitely something that, you know, they're trying to talk to you about as well. These last 3 cards have all been about a message from them to you, really, a letter. And so they want you, if you ever feel lost, to ask the appropriate questions to the people around you that really care. Don't try and do things on your own. I think this is something that they're learning themselves. They've always wanted to do things on their own, and unfortunately they've had success, but they've also had failures, right? Not failures, but defeats. So they want you to ask questions. They want you to, you know, that's a sign of wisdom. All right, so that is what I see here. Thank you for watching group number 2. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and also please sign up to my Patreon. You know, as I've said before, my dream is to be able to bring the magical message of Spirit to others using the transformative power of the tarot. And the best way that you seekers can help me do that is by signing up to my Patreon. You will unlock many benefits like exclusive weekly pick a card tarot readings. And they're released every Saturday. Also, any future behind the scenes footage, and you will also have a chance to be entered into the monthly raffle for a free private reading with me. Thank you for your love and support, my beautiful future patrons. The link is in the description below. All right, so bye-bye. Welcome seekers, welcome group number 3. All right, so in today's pick a card tarot reading, we're going to be talking about who is your soulmate. Now before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give the video a like as well. Thank you for that, seekers. Now in front of you, you have a very special oracle card from the Archeo, understanding the archetypes, right? So we're going to try and figure out what archetype is most present in your soulmate. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? You've got the Green Man. Oh man, this one is definitely something. All right, Green Man. I like the Green Man. The Green Man is a steward of all that grows in the earth, essentially. So you know, this Green Man is part vegetarian. You know, this person is attached to the roots and arteries that join all living things. This person roams about the land freely. He's a green shadow on the edge of your peripheral vision. This person just insists that you respect the earth. My goodness. So there's definitely a sense here of getting away from that energy of isolation, you know, that has dogged humankind since we declared ourselves outside the above nature. So what the Green Man does is that, you know, this person takes you on a journey towards everything that's beautiful in nature, you know. And there's definitely a deeper meaning, and there's much more to be said about someone who, you know, in these times are very conscious about our climate, definitely worrying about the suffering of other beings. This is someone who cares very deeply, right, about Mother Earth. Mother Earth is very important to this Green Man. So the fact that this is the archetype that, you know, is most present in them right now is definitely telling of someone who's a humanitarian. Perhaps this is their dreams, this is their ambitions, this is what they want to do. They want to try and bring peace, and they want to try and have an earth that is not so bad and not so terrible and not so riddled, you know, with all of the horrible things that unfortunately we're doing to it, right? So there's a sense of just, you know, there's just a sense of peace, and there's a sense of connection with the earth with this Green Man. You know, this is a forest traveler. This is a person that's very outdoorsy. This is a person that, you know, does not believe in any quarantine. You know, it's like, I think that this person likes to be outside way too much. They like to breathe in that forest air. You'll find this green man in places where plants are growing, definitely filling their lungs, bones, and hearts with that beautiful fresh air. This is someone who I would say is just, they can't be kept indoors. This person needs to go outside. So let's go ahead and take a look and see, we'll talk about who this person right now is, or what they're going through. Also, we're going to look into their past. We're also going to potentially see what the relationship is going to be like with you. We're going to try and get as much information as we can here, right? Let's take a look. We're going to use the Star Tarot for this one. So you seekers know I love this Star Tarot. Wow. All right. So your green man is definitely going through a very, very wild adventure here. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it. We're going to talk about it, right? So your green man, your soulmate, is someone who really likes to travel, right? So not only do we have the green man, but now we also have the Five of Swords, just kind of representing them here. So this is a person that really enjoys, being outdoors, traveling, going to new, far-off destinations. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is always planning a trip. They're saving up to go on a trip. They love going on trips, so this person is very much involved in that process, right? Always planning the next great escape. But that escape is always to a place where it might be isolated, just a place where they can connect with Mother Earth. And I feel like this person just, there's a sense of freedom that they feel when they do this. Now, one thing that they're working on finding a little bit of balance at the moment is their desire to maybe just be too in nature and just be too much a part of life, and not so much a part of normal everyday civilization. The green man really doesn't like city life, right? So the green man is someone who really, really enjoys, the outdoors and away from any kind of structures that are they're just filled with people, right? So this is the kind of person that really just stays away from big cities. They dislike them. If they live in them, they're unhappy there. So potentially it could be talking about the Five of Pentacles. I feel that for some of you, your green man is in a city. They live in a place out of necessity, maybe for work. They're living there. They have lived there. They've felt like, slowly they're just slowly kind of dying. I get the sense that they live in an expensive city, so all their money, instead of going to travel like they want, is going to just paying, for their mortgage or their rent. And so, it's very difficult to live in these places that just sap you of your resources so quickly. But unfortunately, you have to make those sacrifices because that's where there's work. And I feel like this person really dislikes that, right? Really despises that. They don't like that system. They don't want to be a part of it. So I feel like they're almost planning their great escape. I think that they are going to find a way to get out of that kind of rat race. And then, find the place where they can potentially pay less and just travel more. That is what they want. That is something that they've been planning, that they've been looking for. But it's been very difficult because with the Five of Pentacles, they keep running into problems. They keep running into financial calamity because any decision that they make they have to think through. They have to really think and make proper decisions as to how they're going to handle it, how they're going to work, how they're going to commute. Is there an internet connection? What can they do? How can they work from home? And so they're really much trying to figure it out, right? Because they feel most alive and most free when they are out in nature, when they are a part of actual life. To them, that's what living looks like, right? So they're tired of just giving so much into this kind of, system of profit. They believe that their greatest profit is just enjoying nature, being a part of it, and taking care of it as much as possible. Now, Their current energies, this is interesting. They're going through a breakup, all right? Maybe some of you don't like hearing that. Maybe some of you do. But they're going through a breakup, and this breakup was very, very tough, right? So you've got the Lover's card reversed, and you've got the Princess of Cups reversed. So a young woman, doesn't have to be a young woman, but, you know, we do have a princess here, so that's why I'm saying young, I guess young girl. But there's a breakup that is taking place, or took place. And so this breakup with this person was terrible, because they were not the one for them. Okay, not at all. Like this person that they dated really just took a lot from them, hurt them emotionally, made them feel self-conscious. In many ways, you know, I think that this person was very unloving, potentially just uncaring, unnerving. You know, there was just so much lack thereof when it came to the emotional sense. I'm getting the feeling of like an energy vampire, someone who just really wanted to take and extract as much as possible. And so, you know, in many ways, there's a desperation with this green man, with this soulmate of yours, because they knew that they needed to get out. They knew that they had to escape, but it was just so difficult for them to be able to do that, right? And it was just so challenging, but they had to. And so, you know, it's unclear whether who broke up with who, but from the fact that I'm seeing that they were so miserable, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones that ended it with this person. There just wasn't any love. And so now, the one thing that leads me to believe that perhaps it might have ended amicably is that, not amicably, but, you know, they just both had a conversation and said, listen, this isn't working out, right? I'm miserable, you're miserable. Is this a Lover's card, right? So you've got here essentially two people that are coming together, just talking and seeing each other. You know, if this card were upright, then you can see it's just love, pure love, right? Even with the blessing of spirit. The fact that it's reversed tells me that these two people came together to pretty much be honest with each other and say, listen, this is not going to work out. You are definitely not the one, right? So, you know, it just had to end. And so, unfortunately, it's been very difficult for them, all right? This is why this is showing. It's been somewhat difficult. And they're having trouble getting past this energy of sorrow. For some reason, there's sorrow. There's an energy of unlovingness. Maybe they feel a bit upset with themselves that maybe they didn't give it their all. Maybe they just didn't really, you know, lend a hand as much as they should, but you know, they were just miserable, so they didn't put in the effort. And so, you know, it's like they're going through all of these things that you kind of go through when you kind of go through a breakup. It's like, what if, right? But ultimately it needed to happen because there was just nothing there. Nothing was going to change. You know, Tower energy reverse tells me that. And this person is in very, very drastic need of change right now. Your soulmate needs the change. They need to go through a process of complete transformation, possibly move from where they're living, you know, get away from the people that they're talking to. I get the feeling that your soulmate just doesn't fit in. You know, this person does not fit in. And that's not a bad thing. It's just they are following the beat of their own drum, right? And their opinions, I think, are maybe a bit unpopular wherever they are right now. And so I feel that maybe this person just kind of needs to find their own people. They need to find you, that's for damn sure. They need to find their soulmate, right? So that's another reason why they might be so drained and so even nihilistic. You know, there's a sense of even depression with them at this moment. So I feel like, you know, this person is needing that change, but they haven't received it. They're just, you know, life seems to just have become very monotonous for them, and they need that change. So let's see what the cards say. I'm curious about this. Let's see what else the cards have to tell us about this person. But first, we're going to start with the Animal Love Oracle cards, and I want to see what a relationship with this person is going to look like. That's what we're going to go ahead and ask these Oracle cards. What will a relationship with this soulmate look like? Oh my, Coyote. Look at this. All right, so the key words for the Coyote are mischievous, resourceful, and thoughtful actions. I mean, are you kidding me? You know, we just said this person doesn't fit in, right? And look at that. We've got coyote spirit for these for this relationship. That's funny. So mischievous, you know, very strong word, because mischievous, I mean, you know, mischievous to who, right? To what? To what kind of philosophy are we mischievous to? To what people are we mischievous to? What is mischievous, right? Especially in a relationship. So, you know, that right there lends a hand to what I just said of okay, this person needs to get away from these people that view them as potentially not a part of them, or just, you know, different ideals, and that they might view him as mischievous. They might view them as mischievous. And so I feel like maybe one thing about this relationship is that you're both going to just resonate so well together. You're going to mesh so well together. A lot of things that you like, they like. And so you guys are going to have a lot of similarities, right? Potentially a lot of you love the earth, love the outdoors, love traveling, love going and doing these things, right? Almost to the point where it's like, if you don't have this, you're going to be miserable, right? To the extent that this person is. And you know, this person, I want to be clear, this person has potentially like spent their entire savings to go on like a trip, okay? Like that's the kind of person that this is. You know, if they have the money, they will go. So I guess that there's a little bit of mischievous when you look at that, right? You're going against societal norms, but this person believes in building memories, building lasting memories, building experiences, right? So how the relationship will look like, we've got some other two words here: resourceful and thoughtful actions. So that's beautiful. The relationship is going to be very resourceful. You guys are going to talk very extensively. There's going to be a lot of reasoning. I feel that some of you are going to bring that to this green man. You know, you're going to kind of ground them, and you're going to really just help them. And you know, potentially they might help you, right? But resourceful, you know, you're going to find ways of supporting the lifestyle that you want. And thoughtful actions, and that's a beautiful thing right there, right? Thoughtful action. So this relationship is going to be one where they're going to think about you constantly. It's almost a psychic connection where they're going to think of something maybe you were needing or wanting. They're going to go ahead and buy it for you. You're going to be like, oh wow, that's amazing. Or maybe you're just in need of something, a massage or just a rub somewhere, right? And they're going to go ahead and say, okay, I know that you need that, so I'm going to do that for you. So thoughtful actions. You guys are always going to be present for each other, thinking of each other, trying to be everything for each other, trying to assist each other in every possible way. So thoughtful actions are a big part of this relationship. Now, let's keep the oracle cards coming. We're going to throw a Sacred Forest oracle card, and we're going to see what else we can get from this person, from this green man of yours. Ha ha ha, freedom. I told you from the very beginning, this person is a free spirit, right? Free spirit all the way. So freedom, right? Ego spirit, freedom, vastness, expansion. Get away from me. I'm moving, I'm leaving, I'm flying away. Bye-bye. And you've got here a beautiful, beautiful eagle. You've got a Pegasus on the ground. If this green man were to come across that Pegasus, for sure they would ride it. So there's a sense of freedom and expansion with this person. This is a part of them. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys move a lot. All right, like I see you guys moving everywhere. Moving from city to city, moving from place to place, like nomads, you know. But this is a good thing. I feel that there is going to be a sense of resourcefulness. There's going to be a sense of thoughtfulness. There's going to be a sense of like, you know, trying to enjoy yourselves as much as possible. And there's a sense of mischievous, but that mischievousness also talks about having fun, right? It's not just that people view you in this kind of negative light, is that you are being mischievous. You're going against what people would tell you it's normal. It's what you're supposed to do. And you're doing what you want to do, what makes you happy, what makes you free, what makes you able to spread your wings and just feel like the world is yours, right? So, interesting. Let's go ahead and throw a Lover's Oracle. Let's see what the Lover's Oracle has to tell us. All right, this is the exact same one that we got in the other one. So look at this. We've got, this is the image attached to your lover's oracle, and the message is, emotions are natural and necessary. They're a necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Wow. Man. So this is, I'm feeling the exact same thing that I felt with the other group that got this card. You're getting a little message here from your green man. All right? You're getting a message from your green man. There is definitely a psychic connection between the two of you. So your green man is trying to maybe aid you, assist you in feeling complete and increasing your vibration and feeling whole, feeling just able to do anything. And so potentially, you know, negative emotions, the negative emotions that you're feeling are because of some kind of fear, maybe a fear of not finding love, fear of loneliness. You know, there's fears that just really are very, very powerful, right? And they can overcome us. And so those fears do tend to distort your perception, and they do cloud your vision. So also, it's important for you to not grow resentment, to not have resentment, to not feel like, you know, unfortunately things are not going your way, so I'm going to get resentful, right, against everyone. I'm just going to become a very bitter person, you know. It's not a good thing. So if you feel like potentially, you know, some of this is going on, your green man wants you to know that you should correct it. You should work on that, because you're going to increase your vibration. You are going to essentially be much more at peace, you know. So this is what you need. This is what your green man is wanting you to essentially vibrate under. It's like this is the energies that they would like for you to just potentially be under when they meet you, right? So let go of that resentment. It's not needed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep throwing cards. We're going to see what dragon is your soulmate's dragon. So this is one of the newer Oracle decks, the Dragon's Oracle, Star Dragon Oracle. I think it's probably my favorite deck. I love dragons. So we're going to see which dragon is theirs. Let's see. Oh my, destruction. You know, it's funny, but there was a group that got, I think it's literally the same two cards came out in one group. That is hilarious. All right, so destruction. Look at this. Releasing your anger. This is something. The reason why they're giving you that advice is because they suffer from it as well. And it's not led them towards anything good. All right, so it's like they're trying to help you. I'm picking up a very kind of twin flame kind of energy here, you know, very twin flame kind of vibe. They know what's hurting you, and they want to help you, you know. They want to take that little rock out of your shoe that keeps on stabbing you every time you walk. So, you know, I feel like this person has committed mistakes in the past because of their anger, and this dragon has taken over, and they've kind of just like burned everything down to the ground. People are like, what's going on with the green man? Yeah, he's got another one of his anger tantrums. So it's because of resentment, right? It's because of all this buildup of negative emotions and not wanting to be a part of something that they deem cruel or bad, or, you know, so forgive, right? Forgive. Don't let emotions get in the way of things. You know, they can distort your perception. They can cloud your vision. And your green man wants you to see things clearly for what they are. So let go of resentment. In the past, it's led them to unfortunately, you know, destroy things that they shouldn't have, because they had to release that anger at some point. So yeah, that is their advice. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we can get. Let's throw a Goddess of Love Oracle card, and see what other energies they're kind of going to bring to this relationship. Oh wow, harmony. So this is what they're going to bring to the relationship. They're going to bring harmony, perfect balance. Wow. So yeah, group number 3. I mean, this is beautiful, right? This is exactly what you want in a relationship. This is what you want a person to essentially be and represent. You want them to be a person of value, but also a person of just soothing, you know, a person that's just going to be harmonious, a person that's going to be at peace. You know, these people are easier to talk to. These people are easier to communicate with. They're understanding, they're caring, you know, they're present, they're available. You know, just in every sense of the word, you know, just magnificent people and to be in a relationship with even more. So beautiful energy with this soulmate of yours, group number 3. And that is what I see here. So I want to thank you so much for watching group number 3. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. And also I want to remind you seekers to sign up to my Patreon. You know, my dream is to be able to bring the magical message of spirit to others using the transformative power of the tarot. The best way that you seekers can help me do that is by signing up to my Patreon. You will also unlock many benefits like exclusive weekly pick a card videos released every Saturday, any future behind the scenes footage, and also you'll have a chance to be entered into a monthly raffle to win a free private reading with me. So that's a free private reading that you will have the chance of winning every single month on the last day of the month with me. I want to thank you seekers for your love, your support, and I want to thank all of my future, you know, patrons that will support me on this journey. Thank you. The link is going to be in the description below. I wish you all a very prosperous day and year, and bye-bye.